All righty, what is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to the Matt Ramage Show presented, by the greatest gas station of all time. We're talking about Quick Trip, and also big shout out to Nick Lane Law sponsoring the show. But Quick Trip, make sure you got that Quick Rewards app. You know what I mean? You can get all types of good stuff. You can win vehicles. You can get some good deals on the food and whatnot inside there. I always get those free chocolate milks. You know what I mean? That's what I do. But also big shout out to Nick Lane Law. You go to nicklaylaw.com, you get injured in an accident, you're missing work and whatnot. Nick Law's gonna help you get right, you know what I mean? But dude, I'm telling you right now, we're gonna do some ranting. We're gonna do some ranting and raving on this particular podcast. All right, we're having a couple beers. I'm off tomorrow, but dude, I am fired up. All right, I'm irritated, is what I am, because. Dude, the excuses. Every single time the Packers win a football game, all I hear is crying. Chicago Bears, blocked field goal. They're crying. Asking the commissioner, they broke the rule. And the commissioner's like, no, they didn't. And then Bears fans, oh, okay. They wouldn't admit it if they did. Oh, yeah, they do like every week. They have bad calls, and they acknowledge it. All right? And then we got the Niners, and it's not even the Niner fans, bro. It's not even Niner fans. This is not a call-out to Niner fans. This is a call-out to Packer fans and Viking fans and Bears fans and all the other haters, but because I have not seen one Niner fan make an excuse about this game. They have injuries. I don't care about your injuries, bro. The Packers, when they won a Super Bowl, what, they have like 16 guys on IR or some crazy thing? No one cares about your injuries, bro. Dude, I'm so irritated by Packer fans, everyone. They're talking about the Packers are 8-3. They are 8-3. All right. Jordan Love has been hurt this season. They brought Malik Willis in. They traded him for a 7th-round pick. He got in the building that week and went out in there and won a football game. Don't tell me about freaking injuries. I don't care that Purdy wasn't there. I don't care that Brock Purdy wasn't there. I don't care that Bosa wasn't there. That's the NFL, bro. That's the NFL. Guys get hurt. Jair Alexander wasn't playing. Cooper wasn't playing. Jordan Love didn't play for 2 games. You know what I mean? He got hurt in the first football game. All right, so dude, aren't you embarrassed? Let me ask you that. Aren't you embarrassed to make excuses like that? Aren't you embarrassed just to crying, the nonstop crying? I couldn't do it. You win or you lose in the NFL. That's what it is. You win or you lose. Guys get hurt. Yes. Guys across the league get hurt. Jair Alexander missed a lot of games this season. The Packers have injuries. Act like they don't. Cooper was out. This whole season the Packers have had injuries. Build a better team. I'm trying to be quiet because my wife is sleeping, but I'm getting kind of ranty. All right, but build a better team. You don't have depth. All right, you suck. You're 5-6. The 49ers are 5-6, and they're 5-6 for a freaking reason, because they're not a good football team. They got injuries. That's just what it is. And before they had injuries, they're not good. They're 5-6. It's done for the Niners. All right, it's done. People, they're not out of the playoffs because that division is such trash over there. But the Packers have a good division, so they're 8-3 and they're in 3rd place. People talking about, well, you're in 3rd place. Do you not know how the NFL works, bro? Do you not know? That's what I'm talking about. The embarrassing is you're commenting on my stuff, but you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I mean? Dude, the Packers can make the playoffs in 3rd place in the NFC North because the rest of the NFC is trash. You got the Eagles. You got some teams that are doing some stuff. But the Packers right now, the playoffs started today, they're playing. They're in it. You know what I mean? They're in it, and that's what you do to get into playoffs. But I want to talk about who the Packers lost to this season. So let's just look at this, all right? Week 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Jordan Love got hurt. They lost 34-29. All right, they lost by 5 points. The Eagles are 8-2. Then they lost Week 4 to Minnesota Vikings. The Packers lost 31-29. Jordan Love was coming off that injury. And you could say, if he wasn't injured and he was coming in hot, they'd have won by that game. But I don't make excuses for injuries because that's what we're talking about on this podcast. But my point is that the Packers played tough in that game. Jordan Love was not ideal in that first half. He was slouchy, whatnot. But they only lost 31-29, so they came back in that game. And then and the Vikings are 8-2. All right, they're not. I think they're actually 9-1. This is AI, so I think that's wrong. But and then the Detroit Lions. Packers lost 24-14. That's a 10-point loss. and the Lions are 9-1. All right, so maybe the I don't think I don't think that's right. I think the Vikings are 9-2. But my point is that the Packers have not got blown out by any team. All right, so people talking about that the Packers don't have a chance and all this stuff, it's stupid. And if you're a Packer fan talking this stuff, you should be embarrassed. The Packers are 8-3. Your team is 8-3, and you're crying. It's embarrassing. It's stupid. For everyone else, the Viking fans, Bear fans, first of all, I don't care what Bear fans are talking about. They're irrelevant. Bears, I'm done with them. The season's over for them. Go get yourself a new coach. Go get yourself a new GM. Go get yourself all the new stuff you got, but you're still going to have Caleb Williams, and you're going to destroy him anyways, and he'll be playing for someone else next, 3 years from now. The Bears are trash. It doesn't even matter. But my point is, I'm more irritated by Packer fans who are like, dude, you're 8-3. Why are you crying? When did Packer fans turn into a bunch of whiners? Because that's what it has turned into. This is just a bunch of whining. The Packers are 8-3. They never got blown out. They played the Dolphins this week. It's going to be a big test for the Packers. But I'm just so irritated with the excuses. They have injuries. Okay. Jair Alexander didn't play. Who cares? That's just what it is. Guys get hurt. Nick Bosa got hurt. Purdy got hurt. Jordan Love was hurt early in the season. And there's no excuses. There's no excuses in this league, bro. There's no excuses in the NFL. There's no excuses in sports, period. Guys get hurt. You got the guys on the field. So build depth, bro. So, I'm just telling you, the Niners are not good at football team. They're not a good football team this year. That's just what it is. And just face it, Niner fans. And I don't even say Niner fans because I haven't seen a lot of Niner fans come at me, make excuses, but I saw their comments on their pops up on Facebook. They try to push that stuff on you, but most of them were just trashing like the organization or whatever. But I'm irritated with the fact that you have people just straight up making excuses nonstop. Like, dude, man up, bro. Just catch the L, hold it with dignity. All right, Bears fans, Viking fans, even Packer fans irritate me more than anyone. Packer fans are irritating me. Just the crying, bro. Just the crying from Packer fans. You were 8-3. Boo-hoo. Boo. They're like, oh, what? This isn't going to cut it in the playoffs. Do you not know? Have you never watched the playoffs before in your life? Have you never watched the playoffs before? You get into it. All right? Herm Edwards says this. You just try to get into the tournament. Just try to get into the playoffs. And then see what happens. Look at the Packers Super Bowl 45 year. They weren't supposed to win a Super Bowl that year. You get hot. Look at the Giants teams. You get hot. You get hot at the right time. You put yourself in position to be in that spot. And then you get hot, and then you win. And Packer fans over here, I wouldn't say Packer fan because it's Facebook. It's Facebook. You know what I mean? And I love Facebook because it's like one of my biggest audiences and one of my biggest the people who I talk to the most or whatever. And I love the people on Facebook. But some of the people on Facebook are so super negative. It drives me up the freaking wall, bro. Like, dude, you don't have to. I think people think that, like, it makes them seem smarter or, like, whatever. Like, well, if they play like this next week, oh, just shut up. Just shut up. Like, with that. Well, if they play this next week, don't. This is this week, bro. This is this week. This stuff happened. People talking about Jordan Love's numbers in that game. Christian Watson dropped a touchdown. All right, and I love Christian Watson, but that was just what it is. Jordan Love threw that thing exactly where you're supposed to do it, and Christian Watson dropped it. So that would be another touchdown. If Jair Alexander and Cooper and whoever else is injured played in this game, the Packers might have thrown up 50 on them. All right, so don't talk to me about your injuries for the 49ers. I don't care. No one cares about your injuries. All right, first of all, no one cares about your injuries. Did anyone care when Jordan Love was hurt? No one gave a crap. Dude, that is why the Packers are the best franchise in the NFL, because everyone hates us. Everyone hates the Packers. If you're not a Packer fan, you hate the Packers, and then you just have these stupid excuses. Just a bunch of whining. And I feel like it's very embarrassing. Like, how are you that much of a whiner? Like, just own it. All right, when the Packers lost the Eagles, you didn't see me over here posting about injury. Jordan Love got hurt, so that's why we lost. No, you don't do that. First of all, even if you think it, you don't do it out loud because you look like a freaking idiot. Look like a freaking crybaby. Look like a whiner. The 40 whiners, you know what I mean? That's what they call them for a reason. Even though I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see no 49ers whine. No 49ers came to me whining. I'm sure they're out there crying, blaming excuses on the rest. But it's always Viking fans, because they're scared. Dude, I will tell you this: the first person that hits me up, first Viking fan, $100 bet. I will bet you one person, $100 bet. The Vikings don't win a Super Bowl this season. And if you really want to do this, you give $100 and you give it to one of my friends, PayPal, whatever, Venmo. I will bet you $100. The Vikings ain't win no Super Bowl. It's not even a chance that happens. Maybe the Lions do. I doubt it. But I won't make that bet for the Lions. But I don't think the Lions are gonna do it either. But the Vikings definitely ain't doing it, bro. They ain't doing that thing. But dude, the Packers are in a good position. They're 8-3 in the NFC. NFC North is stacked, which is wild, right? NFC North has been trash since forever. But dude, I'm so sick of it. Dude, stop crying. First of all, every NFL fan, I don't care what team you support, stop crying when your team loses and making excuses. When the refs didn't call this. Yeah, the refs don't call a lot of stuff. The refs suck in the NFL. Are you new here? What's going on? All the crying, it just makes you look like a weak-ass franchise. It makes you look stupid, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should be. You should be ashamed of yourself. This NFC North is going to come down to the wire. I didn't think the Vikings were going to be in it, but they are in it. The Bears are not going to be in it. Once again, they're going to fire everybody and try to rebuild that thing, and it's going to be a colossal mess because that's what the Bears do. They suck. That's what happens when you have owners. When you have old owners who are 100 years old, they don't know what's going on in the world, and that's why your franchise is trash. It's going to continue to be trash because you're going to fire all your coaches, and then now Caleb Williams is going to have to learn a new offense. And then it's not going to work in 2 years. You're going to fire the coaches again, trade the Caleb Williams, and then just recycle mode. That's what it is for the Chicago Bears. I almost feel bad for the Bears fans, but I really don't. Viking fans, though, you are absolute trash. But, dude, everyone who is just crying and making excuses every time the Packers win a game, that just lets me know the Packers are America's team. They really are. Because everyone gets so mad. You're talking about the Cowboys. Cowboys are trash. As long as Jerry Jones is the Cowboys owner, the Cowboys are never going to do nothing. They will never win anything with Jerry Jones in charge. He is so bad. And they're going to fire Mike McCarthy, and they will not have any suitable coaches. You think people talking about Bill Belichick? You think Bill Belichick is going to work for freaking Jerry Jones? You're out of your freaking mind. That's not going to happen. Jerry Jones will keep every great coach away. Mike McCarthy is there because Mike McCarthy didn't have a lot of options. And I love Mike McCarthy. But after, went down, he kind of missed. He skipped a couple of years, so he had to take the job. All love to Mike McCarthy, but Jerry Jones is an absolute joke of an owner. That's why people talk about if the Packers had an owner, they would be better. They wouldn't. You're gonna have some old cranky ass billionaire telling you how to run your football team. No, that doesn't work, and we've known that. Let's talk about the 49ers. Why do the 49ers not get that hate that the Cowboys get? Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since, 95? I think it was the year before the Packers won the Super Bowl. And then the Niners haven't won one since 94. The Packers have won twice since then. And they're talking about, we own you. You own what? What do you own, Niner fans? You own that. So beating the Packers in the playoffs is your Super Bowl because you haven't won one since 1994. So, dude, all these Niner fans, I haven't seen them talking trash before the game or after the game. They were talking a lot of trash before the game. Dude, Niner fans are telling me before the game, we're going to beat you. You're not going to be able to run on us. We're going to make Jordan Love throw. Whatever, dude. Josh Jacobs, 106 yards, 3 touchdowns on you. Right? The Niners haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher in 55 games. First of all, shout out to the Niners defense because that's impressive. That is highly impressive. But Josh Jacobs did that. Josh Jacobs is such a good pickup. People talk about Aaron Jones, you know what I mean? And whenever we talk about Aaron Jones, we're always going to be like, oh, Aaron Jones, he's great. He's such a nice guy. And he is. I love Aaron Jones. I met Aaron Jones. And he actually, recognized me, came up to me, I love your Instagram. You know what I mean? I will always be so like dedicated or whatever you want to say it. I'll always show love to Aaron Jones. I will never show hate. But the Vikings ain't doing nothing. Screw the Vikings. You know what I mean? I don't care. When Brett Favre was there, dude, I was not with him. I was with Brett Favre when he was with the Jets. Obviously, some stuff happened in between there, now and then. But I was with Brett Favre. I was a diehard Brett Favre. I was a Brett Favre defender, just like I was an Aaron Rodgers defender. I ride with my guys, right? I ride with the players on the Packers, and until they give me a reason not to. You know what I mean? But I have no hate for Aaron Rodgers. No, he never gave me a reason. I don't care if people talk about what he said on this podcast or that podcast. I don't care. I don't listen to that stuff. I just focus on the football stuff. I don't care about all that. But Brett Favre's a little, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that either. But I will say, dude, the Packers are 8-3. If you're a Packer fan listening to this, watching this right now, just calm the hell down. All right, don't listen to all this garbage. Your team is 8-3. How are you upset? If someone told you at the beginning of the season the Packers are going to be 8-3, you'd probably be pretty happy about that. They didn't get blown out at all this year. Jordan Love got hurt in the first week of the season, missed 2 weeks. They traded for a guy, Malik Willis, and he came in and won some game. Matt LaFleur did a heck of a job preparing him. But, going forward, what they need to do is run the freaking ball. Josh Jacobs is your running back. You know what he can do. All right? Run the freaking offense like you do with Malik Willis when Jordan Love is there. And then take a few extra shots. People talking about the Jordan Love, the interceptions and whatnot. Dude, Patrick Mahomes has this, a lot of interceptions too. I don't care. Take chances. I want him to take chances. People are like, well, the Niners could have caught 2 interceptions in that game, but they didn't, right? Because they're not a good team. They're not a good team. So he took some chances. That's what it is. Every quarterback throws a few balls your way, and you either catch them or you don't. Dude, I'm so sick of all this hate, all this drama, all this excuse making, even from Packer fans, dude. Dude, you're either with us or you're not. As a Packer fan, I'm not saying you can't be critical. You can be critical. I'm not telling you how to fan. But, the whining at 8-3, they won 38-10, bro, and they're crying. Packer fans. They're like, yeah, well, they can't do that again. Well, shut up. They won 38-10. It's Victory Monday. I'm talking about, hey, what's up? Victory Monday. The Packers won. And people are like, yeah, well, next week we got, and then shut up. Just shut up with that. Let's enjoy the wins. Why do I feel like football fans try to take themselves so serious to make themselves feel better, like they're smarter than everyone else, like they're so serious about it. Bro, we're fans. We're all fans. You're just a fan, all right? You're watching. You don't know what's going on in that locker room. You don't know what's going on anywhere. You don't have absolutely no idea what's going on with this team except for what Aaron Nagler and all the reporters tell you, right? And they got some good information, but they don't know anything, and they would tell you the same thing. They don't know what's actually going on with this team. So, dude, Packer fans, you need to calm the hell down and stop acting like you're so freaking smart, dude. Because I feel like some of these people, and not everyone, obviously, but the ones who are just irritating me, always negative. You're 8-3. Why are you negative? Why are you so upset? I feel like some people just like to be upset. So many Packer fans just like to be mad all the time, always acting like it's, I had someone on Facebook arguing with me because I was like, dude, I showed him this. I was like, you have, these games right here, Philadelphia 34-29, all right, Minnesota 31-29, Detroit 24-14. These are all good teams, and no one blew them out, right? The Lions had the 10-point win, but no one blew them out. And they're like, well, you're going to play good teams in the playoffs, and so that you're okay with just – no, because what happens now does not happen in the playoffs. Teams get hot. People act like what you are in the middle of the season, beginning of the season, is what you are in the playoffs. Get in the playoffs, put yourself in good position, hopefully get healthy, and then go on a freaking run. Dude, don't be so butthurt and so, I don't know. I'm done with this. I just feel like so many football fans, Packer fans especially, just feel that I've had people say it to me because I talk a little bit of trash, right? And they get mad at me and they're like, "Why are you talking trash? It makes it harder for the Packers." No, first of all, the Packers don't give a shit what I say, all right, or what you say, or Aaron Nagler, or whatever, Andy Ehrman, all those smart people, what they say. The players in that that locker room do not care. They're not listening. They're not paying attention. And even if they do hear, they're not saying anything. They're not having thoughts. You think that if Josh Jacobs happened to stumble upon my podcast, which he wouldn't, but like if he did, like he's gonna be like, oh, he makes what's he saying? They don't care what a bunch of idiots drunk in their basement are talking about. Dude, they're 8-3. They got the Dolphins this week. All right. I just saw a stat that Tua is like 0-7 under 40 degrees. It's gonna be like 34 degrees. I don't really buy into that too much. I don't think the weather's gonna have a big deal with it. But that is interesting that he's 0-7 under 40 degrees. And it will be under 40 degrees. So like we will see. But I don't buy into that whole like the weather thing and they're gonna be cold. And they're gonna be cold because they're from Florida. And it's all like whatever it is there now, probably 80 or whatever. I've never been to Florida, but we will see. And if they win, they're 9-3. The Packers have an 88% chance to win to make it to the playoffs right now as they sit. And then someone was like, "Well, next week if they lose, then it'll drop." Yeah, that's how percentages work, bro. But right now they're 88% at 8-3. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Is what I want to know. 8-3. If the Bears were 8-3, they'd be picking them to win the freaking Super Bowl. The Packers are 8-3. Everyone's talking trash. Packer fans included. It's stupid to me. It is stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I be ranting, a little bit, but I ain't mad. But I'm just irritated. Because I've never seen it before like this. Your team is 8-3. If Viking fans were told they'd be 8-3 at this point, they'd be jumping for joy. Obviously, they're doing better, but they'd have been jumping for joy for 8-3. So many teams in this league would be jumping for joy for 8-3. The Lions are a good team. The Vikings ain't winning nothing. We will see what the Lions can do. I don't see them winning, or I don't see them losing more than a couple more games, if that. I think that's probably the max for them. We're going to see. And you don't have to win the freaking division to go to the Super Bowl. That's another thing that people seem to think. Like, you're not going to win the division, the Lions or whatever. Yeah, first of all, the Packers still can. I don't think it's probably likely. I think the Lions are not going to lose a bunch. So I don't think it's extremely likely. But even if they don't, the Packers won a Super Bowl 45. Were they the division leaders? Who was the division leader that year? It was the Chicago Bears, who they beat in the NFC Championship game. Like, the people I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I just tuned too much into Facebook comments. And I love Facebook. I love all the people on Facebook. People who are watching on Facebook, listening on Facebook right now. I love the conversations we have. It's just random folks that come in and they just get to me. Because like, you don't have to be negative all the time. Like, boo-hoo. Like, dude, that's what the one dude was saying. He was like, well, they can't do that. And I was like, dude, if you want to cry about it, cry about it. I'm not going to argue with you about it. Just be mad. Just be crying. That's what you want to do, right? That's what you want to do. There's some Packer fans who are like, they're just mad all the time, right? And that's like their whole thing. Like, people say, well, you're always so biased and you're always so positive. And they're the same way. You're just always negative. And then they call themselves realists. Well, I'm a realist. I'm a realist too. And I'm 7-3. I'm 8-3 in my predictions. You're 3-8. You're wrong way more than me and talking about you're a realist. You're not a realist. You're just a disgruntled, unhappy person that maybe life didn't turn out how you want, so you're just angry all the time. I don't know what it is, but I'm right more than you, so I'm the realist. You're not the realist. You think the Packers should be 3-8 because you pick them to lose every freaking week. The Packers blew out the Niners. This is what it is. And then we're going to end this thing. 38-10. I don't care if Brock Purdy was there. You think that's going to change it? 38-10. The Packers weren't coming to lose this game. Josh Jacobs wasn't going to let that happen. They had a good game plan. I don't love everything that happened in that game, obviously, but they won 30-10 in a game that they did make a lot of mistakes. They did and they still stomped them out 38-10. And that's what it is. The Packers beat the hell out of the freaking 49ers 38-10. I don't care who was on that field. All right? They beat them down 30-10, even with mistakes. even with Christian Watson dropping a touchdown, even with all that happened, the Packers still stomped them out 38-10. And I don't care about no revenge game and all that stuff. This is a regular season game, but the Packers stomped them out. And they were injured, right? People are talking about the injuries. And that's what you're supposed to do. Beat down injured teams. Beat down teams you're supposed to beat down, because that's what good teams do. Beat down teams you're supposed to beat down. Like the week before, I predicted the Packers to win by 30 against the Bears. That's what should have happened, because that's how better the Packers are than the Bears. Didn't happen because it's a rivalry game. It's a division game. It didn't happen that way. But the Packers did beat down the 49ers. I don't care, dude. If you're a 49er fan or whatever fan you are, if your team loses, don't make excuses. You look like a chump. Look like a whiner. Look like a crybaby. Look like just an entitled little baby. Just own it. Take the L. You know what I mean? Put it under your pillow. Have a good time with it. You know what I mean? Stop crying. You're embarrassing your whole fan base. All right, go Pack, go people. I just had to get this out. I had to get it out. You know what I mean? I feel better now. I feel better about it. But shout out to everyone who follows me, especially on Facebook. You know what I mean? Even though I roasted all you. Not all you, because I do love the people on Facebook. I do love the engagement, watching my live stream and all that. It's not the people who really comment all the time. It's the people who just jump in and just super negative. And like I say, it's okay to be critical. You don't have to be always like, yeah, everything's going fine, whatever. You can say critical stuff, but like if you're 8-3 and you're still crying, if it's Victory Monday and you're like, well, what about this week? Forget this week, bro. They won 38-10. They beat the Niners. They're 8-3. Can you have a day to just be happy, or do you like to be miserable? And that's what I think it is. People like to be miserable. But we are going to wrap this thing up. Go Pack, go. And big shout out to Quick Trip, sponsor of the show, also Nicolay Law. And we have a good time over here, you know what I mean? But we are going to wrap this thing up. Let me throw the intro on here, and we are going to get out of here.
Yo, welcome to the Ramage Show. Midwest vibes, let your spirit flow. Package pride, hear the anthem loud. Man, still